Sup, sup, sup. Well, I am the one and only Matthew James Oscar Sr., point fighter and full contact fighter from the 60s into the 90s. We're going to talk about close range fighting, whether you MMA, UFC, kickboxing, it doesn't matter. Once in a while, you're going to find out that somebody that's a champion or contender going to realize the only way to beat you is to stay close in. So now if close range fighting and you're depending on your kicks and you don't know how to use your kicks in close range, you need to work on that. As a kicker coming up in point fighting full contact, it was point fighting, but our point fighting in the 60s and 70s, it was full contact. You can hit it hard as you want, you can drop the man. They just wait till you got through and you get up, he starts over. That's the way it went. If you didn't get your mouth split from one end to the other end in a point fight, they didn't disqualify you. So I learned to kick the person in the back of the head. They might have a big swollen head because they had hair on the head. Back then, of course, we all wore natural. If you're white, you still had a big bush of hair, so you couldn't see the swelling. So I got away with all that. So I was smart enough to kick to the back of the head or right into the side of the ear. I tried my best to stay out of the direct of the face area. So even if the man dropped, he got up, we continued. I never got disqualified on that. But I also was able to kick in close range. I could drop you in close range. I could stand right next to you, and I could still drop you with a kick in close range. But what we're going to work on, we ain't going to work on all that trying to drop you to the head in close range. You should be able to drop to the body. Sensei Donnelly, Master Donnelly, young man, he can drop you in close range with a jump back kick. He did it so many times over and over in point fighting and also in full contact fight. But that's not the kick that we're going to be working on. You ain't close. A lot of guys, because they're not a boxer or they have not trained to use their hand well, when they get in close, they do this. They do this. They slapping. That's not punching. At least take the time. If you're going to go into full contact point fighting, you're going to be traveling all around. Learn at least how to punch. Learn at least that much. Even martial art, if you got a good teacher, martial art punching works also just as well. It's just you got to learn how to use them in close range. And what mess up a lot of us up when we go into full contact and we're martial artists, we've been used to extending our arm and locking the arm elbow, which is actually wrong. So when we get close range, we can't do this now. So we don't know what to do. We need to step back here so we can do this. But you have not lost your power here. It's just somebody needs to explain to you how to use your puncher in close range. Your reverse punch, your Sikenzuki, which is actually your jab, Sikenzuki that you were taught is a jab. Same feet, same hand. That's a jab. Now in close range, you're using it. You turn your body into it. My feet comes up on the ball when I punch with that Sikenzuki. That's known as a jab. Here, I don't need to extend it. My body do the work. I don't lose no authority of my power. Why? Because the power is in the lock of the arm. Once your arm extends out, you lost it. If you see a man go down, the guy's hand is extended, and because his body weight is falling forward and his body weight did all the damage. He had no arm involved in it at all. His arm only operated as a sword. Now, back to close range fighting. UFC, I know, you can use elbow and range. Bam. Bam. Coming up. Bam. Bam. Notice when I turn, look how much range I got on my arm for my punch. But I'm right beside my opponent. Bam. I use this hand here to stop his other two hands. I don't want to get hit with neither one of those hands. So I turn right back in. Bam. Now watch this front leg that I'm jabbing off. This front leg I'm jabbing off. Watch the kick to the body. I'm going to go in an angle. Step over. Like I'm running away from him, and I'm setting him up for a kick to the body. Roundhouse. Bam. With my full body weight. Right to the kidneys. You also should kick a lot bare feet on your baggers. Why? It's to condition your feet. Because when you go in the ring, you're going to be bare feet. You do half of your rounds on the bag, bare feet, to condition your feet. You do the other half with boots on. Get you 2 sizes too big. You don't need to get no expensive boots. You do not want things on your boots that'll cut the bag. You'll tear that bag up. So you don't want all them fancy type boots. You want basic, regular combat boots. You want them to weigh at least 10 pounds. You put those on. You go on the bag for 10 to 15 minutes. No break. 10 to 15 minutes, no break. If you're a full contact point fighter or you're full contact, you do not take breaks. Why? Because you want to find out how good are you. You want to push yourself over the edge where your sixth sense, your spirit man takes over and fight for you. Once you get to training your body like that all the time, as soon as you walk in the ring, your sixth sense takes over instantly. But if you don't train that way, it never comes in, and you think you're tired and you're out of gas, and you ran out of gas. You haven't ran out of gas. You just don't know yourself. That's all. Let's go. Close range fighting. Close range fighting. Pull over. Look at that position I put my leg in. Close range fighting. Constant stepping around. What's the front kick on the bag for? That's the man coming down to grab me around my waist or around my leg to take me down. I'm going to catch him right in the face as he begins to go down. Make King Gary. And step kick. That's why you need to kick the bottom of the bag, bare feet, to build up, condition up your feet. So when you kick a guy straight in his forehead or the face, you ain't walking around, can't fight no more. He just happened to get up off the floor. You got problems. Every punch I throw have mean intention on it. I play intent to stop you. Whoop, pulling away. Look at that feet. Perfect range for a roundhouse to the body. I'm the one and only MJG. I'll talk to you later. Be good to yourself. Drink your water. Don't listen to these bootleg wannabe trainers telling you how to take care of your body. Otherwise, they're going to set you up for cancer down the road. The one and only to the master of the martial art. Whoosh!